Now, a lot has been revealed to me about the true nature of angels recently, and it's all common sense stuff to think through, and I don't know why it took so long for it to appear to me or for it to be sent to me. I'm a big believer, like Nikola Tesla, that things just come into our heads from other sources and all. And also we're in the Florida Keys. I'm just looking for lobsters, fish, anything of interest. So those of you who aren't just listening along can look and see. Let me know if I miss anything. But just imagine that you were a spiritual being for a moment. You have no possessions. You have no physical form. You have no animals. You have no gold, no food, no wealth. All of these earthly things. No gold, no silver, nothing in the physical world appeals to you because you can't bring it into the spiritual world. You can't take it with you, as they say. Something like that. So what would you have if you took everything else away? Well, you would have, in terms of accumulation of power, which everyone wants to accumulate power. That's a very good definition of usefulness of life. The accumulation of power that you could attain would not be in gold or food. Ooh, little crab. Would not be in food or gold or silver or any of those other things. The only thing that you would have, no way, $5. That's not a sign. I'll come back for it later. The only thing that you would have is the attainment of social power. If you could tell the other spirits what to do, you would be a wealthy spirit. If you were told what to do, you would be a poor spirit. Does that make sense to people? Would it make sense that if you took everything away from people, the only thing that they would have is a social hierarchy? All the fleshly, all the physical. I believe that's pretty common sense. So, what else could you have if you were an angel? Oh, a tarpon. Beautiful tarpon. It's red eyes. Might not come up on the phone. But what else could you have as an angel? You could have a collection of good deeds. You could have a resume that says, I did X, Y, and Z throughout all of history, and that information would be stored. So imagine being a creature that only has access to information. That's what a spiritual being is. So far, what do we have? We have an account of deeds and a collection of other beings. Those are the two forms of attainment. And I think it's pretty obvious angels don't have cars, they don't have planes, they don't have any of the things that make life on Earth kind of neat. And so all they can do is have access to information, for one, have access to other spirits, the manipulation of other spirits. What's another word? What's another thing that they have? I would love for someone to post in the comments if they know anything else. But imagine if you were an evil spirit. You would try to capture all the spirits that you could. You would not be interested in accumulating gold or silver or wealth. You would be Ash Ketchum of the spirit world, just making everybody else serve you. Because what else is there to do? What else is there to accumulate? And this is the first, I don't want to say lecture. I don't know exactly what to call this beyond a monologue and a nice little view. Oh, and that $5. But, I'm going to pause this for a moment and give us a thought. Please put in the comments if you have any idea what I'm talking about, if I need to elaborate or not. But the main question is, what is the difference between a spiritual and physical being? If you don't understand that, then you cannot understand anything else. There is the $5. Little side quest. You're going to get $5 while I talk about angels. Now, as a human being, I can try to accumulate money and things like that. But what is money, paper money? Paper money is merely an accumulation of information. And I knocked it straight underwater, so now we're going to have to take a little walk. And boy, oh boy, if I didn't find the $5, I am so glad I came out here. But here is an excellent analogy. This $5 right here is worth nothing in terms of physical wealth. It is no food. It is no silver bullion. It is nothing except information. Information about how many favors someone else owes me. And who brought that information? Who brought this idea to mankind? Well, according to many scriptures, it was the angels, the spiritual ones. Because bartering one thing for another is pretty much a common sense deal. But the angels make it simpler. They just say, I owe you, you owe me. Let's store this as information. Look at that. QA 17299-087A, the United States of America. This is as close to nothing and pure information as you could possibly get. And I have no problem believing that an angel or a spiritual being came up with this idea, because what man would? So that $5 is now safely in my pocket. It is in my possession. Do angels have homes to stay in? No, they live in heaven. Do angels have a place to rest? No, they're always on the move. They can locate from one place to another because they are spiritual.